Hello, everyone. So earlier today, I wrote an article on Medium called Modern Day Segregation: How Businesses Deny or Impede the Disabled. So I'm not going to read the article verbatim in this particular video, but I want to highlight the points that I made in it. And for those of you who do want to read it, I have attached the URL to the article on the description link in the video. So without further ado, let me get into some of the highlights. So um, so basically, people with disabilities today face discrimination by various means. One of them is discrimination that the people with disabilities face by businesses, and and they face it in the hiring process, in the retention of employment process, in the termination process, and they also face it in terms of the of accessibility barriers that keep people with disabilities from being able to enjoy the goods and services of a business, and so in addition to the accessibility barriers as well, people with disabilities also face accessibility barriers in terms of the utilization of technology products and services as well. So I've covered all of this in the article. So what I want to talk about then is what businesses can do to remedy the current state of affairs for people with disabilities. So the people with disabilities can meaningfully contribute to society, because we can contribute to society. We have gifts, talents, and abilities like everyone else, and we are valuable, just like every human being is valuable in terms of what they can contribute to society. So the first thing is training, customer service training. So what I stated in the article is basically by training customers in how to handle people with disabilities. For example, training them on interpreter skills, so that people who are deaf can, if they need an interpreter, can have access to interpreter services at a company. So investing time and money and educating staff appropriately in being able to deal with a wide variety of customers and also meeting customer needs is certainly a goal of every business. And so one of the ways that businesses can do that is like I said, by teaching and training customer service representatives so that they can deal with customers of any type of disability, and thereby not only create a culture of company inclusiveness, but also create a meaningful experience for the customer with a disability, create opportunities for them to contribute meaningfully to the business, and also create evangelism, which I'm going to get into in the third point that I'm going to make, that I also stated in the article. So all of this is in order of importance. Now, the second thing that I want to get to is accessibility. So the Internal Revenue Service offers businesses a $15,000 tax reduction for making accessibility improvements. Now, the issue I have with this is that if the government claims to care so much about accessibility, then the government should be helping businesses cover the cost of this. Unfortunately, that is not what's happening. So, with that said, businesses can make facilities accessible by making it possible for people who are in wheelchairs to be able to visit the establishment and to be able to use the facilities meaningfully, by putting braille labels on products and providing product instructions in Braille, providing Braille menus, providing sign language interpreters and other services to the deaf. If you have a mobile application or a web application, making it so that it is accessible with the wide variety of screen reader technologies and magnification and other assistive technologies available on the market, such as VoiceOver, NVDA, JAWS, Window Eyes, Magic Screen Reader, Zoom Text. The list goes on. I mean, there's new products coming out all the time, so it's always best also to keep updated with us in our community. And I kind of mentioned that in evangelism, which I'm going to get to in just a second. So that leads me to the evangelism point that I was just talking about. So with the evangelism point, by advertising as a company that is friendly and inclusive to people with disabilities, and by training customer service representatives and other employees on how to interact with disabilities, and by making the business accessible, not only will employees feel a sense of empowerment and a sense of excitement and enthusiasm about the company that they work for, but customers will also share it. So what will happen is you will have a viral social media following. You will have customers coming in the door that you wouldn't otherwise have if it wasn't for the fact that you trained the staff to on matters of accommodating people with disabilities, and by making the company accessible to customers with disabilities. So by evangelism, this will allow you to maximize profit as well as maximizing the reachability of the target and the niche markets. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have any feedback, provide it. And again, like I said, I will share the Medium article with you. The link to that will be in this video in the description. So until then, see you next time.